What's up, guys? Welcome back. I have traveled down to where the truck is today, and I don't know if you can see from me, but it is raining. So I'm here today to see if we are getting any rain inside. So let's get in here right quick. I'm gonna get this camera too wet and see what we can see. Let me see if I can get maneuvered around this stuff, guys. And I do have some leaks that I could see right off the rip. See if I could show you this. I have one right where that cap. Hope you guys can see that. I can see it good. Dang it. I gotta put some over that. I'm gonna mess this wood up. Let me see. So I know I got one. I got water over here. So I got one over here also. So let me get these covered up, and we'll work on trying to get that done. But first and foremost, I need to get this covered up for it doesn't mess up something. All right, guys, I did have 2 leaks, as you can see. I'm upset, but I'm not at the same time, because there was only 2 leaks, and I know exactly where they're from looking at it on that rail where they had those sheet metal screws, those self tappers, had some holes, so that water was running in and getting underneath where those caps are. So I will be back here tomorrow when it's dry, and try to get it patched up and put some water on it and see what it looks like. What's up, guys? It's the next day, and I'm back to the truck. Today we are going to try our best to put caulking and silicone in every place. I mean, every place. Like I say, the good thing about this yesterday was I saw exactly where the water was leaking, which is good, and it's where I thought it would be. But now I just want to make sure that it's the only place it can be is there, and then we're gonna get that problem taken care of also. Probably won't have time today, but what my plan is to get all this caulking and silicone added, and then let it dry, and then try to put some water on it and see if I can get something to leak. Probably won't happen today. What I'll do, probably give it a day, like it's supposed to take 24 hours it takes. Let it happen, let it dry, come back tomorrow and try to do the water test. But let me show you the places that I have to hit today to make it look good. You know, we have simple places like this, which at the same time, this is underneath the box. It's gonna get it too. Like it already had something there, just been backed out. Let me go up here and show you where one of the obvious spots for me, which is right in there. We're gonna fill that up. And as you know, up top, I'll show you that in a minute also too. But just places like that. So let me get the gun out, get it loaded, and show you what we're using. All right, guys, what we're using is this for now. I forgot I still had it from when I first started, so we're going to use this, and if I need to go to the store and get something else or some more, I will. But I think these two will get it done. What I'm going to do is start with the problem first, and then I'll go and do the rest of the stuff, the cleanup stuff that needs to be done. But what the leak is first and foremost. All right, y'all, let me show you this other side right quick. I just pulled some of the mat off of this side. I didn't like it. So what I'm gonna do is just use the caulking all the way around. So like I said, I put that off. I'm probably gonna pull this off too. I don't like the way that's bubbling up. This is something cosmetic. This is the problem. The water is running right off this ledge, running right underneath. I'm talking about dripping in good. So I need to get underneath here, all the way down and in here. And trust me, when I'm done, I don't want an ant to be able to get through there. So let me get started. All right, guys, if it ain't one thing, it's another one. As I'm doing the caulking on the truck, something told me to look inside the cab, as you can see, and it was water all in it. And I can't tell you where that water is coming from. It ain't making sense to me. But then I started looking, I'm like, hold on, this ain't new water damage, it's old. So what I did then was I got on top of the truck, which I couldn't see any real damage, but what I did is just caulked in on the top there where the box meets. So that's what we did. Got some self-leveling and kind of just put it on there, and it just ran down into the spot good. Did it all the way around. So hopefully that will stop that leak. Because I can't really tell where else it could be coming from other than right there. Now that sealant wasn't bad. It was like a spongy like sealant. So hopefully it just probably was dry rotted or something, and that self-leveling that I showed you guys will be what fixed it. So but I'm happy, man. I got inside and I did some good things. I'm gonna show you right here what I did. So far so good. Let me also show you guys what I used. I went to Ace Hardware and I got another kind of chalk to use. All right, guys, as you can see, this is where I had to cover up. I was getting a lot of water from the inside coming in right here. So what I did was I put a bunch of this chalk, this caulking here right here, and it has covered it up. So now what I'm gonna do is let it dry, probably come back tomorrow. I'm down here at the truck today to see if it's leaking. Let me show you. I don't know if you guys remember, but I put the silicone right here because I was getting some water inside the cab. I don't know if you guys remember that. But also what I did, because I was getting water in the cab, is that I had these corners were lifting up here. So what I did, which I haven't checked these, so you guys are seeing it firsthand, I put some silicone behind it and then just put some tape on it to hold it down while it caulked. And it's still up a little bit, but it's way better than it was. But I'm gonna see if that was part of the problem too. I'm gonna run some water right through there. Also too, up top, let me see if I can show you, I also put the silicone in there. I can see some breaks from here that may get water in, but I'm gonna also put some water up there and see how that goes. So let me also show you the other side. On the sides, and that's where I was getting a leak at, right up in there on both sides. So I want to see if I stopped it. If not, it's gonna get some more. I'm just gonna pile it on. That's my problem spot, so I gotta solve it. Stay tuned. All right, y'all, let's get this thing moved over to some water and get some tests going. Guys, the caulking that I bought was a success, but I only bought 2 things of it and I need a third, only because right before I left the other day I didn't get it right in there, and that's where I'm getting just a little bit of water. So I'm headed back to Ace and I'm gonna finish that whole ledge up and we should be done. Also guys, I ran water all on top of the truck here, all the way down, and inside was dry. So that worked. So far it worked. I don't see anything running down the walls, because you can see the remnants of something running down the walls. Dirt, whatnot, rain, and you're not seeing any of that right now. So it worked. Yay. I want to get going putting more wood in this thing. Well, putting wood in here and get started doing my floor. But like I told you guys, I didn't want to put no money into this thing if I couldn't get it to stop leaking. To me, that's a waste. That'd be a waste of money. So I'm just taking my time, doing what I could do. If I gotta put super glue on the roof, I'm gonna do it to get it to stop leaking. I'm not gonna record the rest of this, and hopefully me going to get this last little bit and finishing that ledge up will be the end of this. If not, I'll let you know in the further video. All right guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next one.